So first, we are going to, you can see the question itself, it is stated that find the zeros and then verify the relationship between the zeros and the coefficient. So first, let us try to find the zeros of the given polynomial, that is x square minus 2x minus 8. So we are going to find the zeros by splitting by middle term splitting. So your first term, if you see, it is x square, but there is no coefficient, that is understood as 1. And your last term is 8. So if you are multiplying first into last term, you are going to get 8 ones are 8. So find out the prime factors of 8 now. So 2, it is 4 times, 2, 2s are, and 2 1s are. So we have got 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 2. So here, if you see, your middle term should be 2x. Now we are going to utilize 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 2. By adding, either adding or subtracting, we should get 2x, and by multiplying, we should get 8. Before that, we are going to make this set of 3 numbers into 2 sets. See, let there be any numbers, numbers, but we are going to make them into 2 sets. So I am here, if you see, I am going to multiply 2 2s are 4, and I will keep this 2 as it is. Now we have got only 2 numbers. Now we will check by multiplying these 2 numbers, we should get this product, that is 8 ones are 8. And by adding and subtracting, we should get the middle term. So if I multiply 4 2s are, definitely I will get 8, right? So that is satisfied. Now let us check either by addition or subtraction we are getting 2x or not. So if I subtract 2 from 4, you can see we have got 2 set of numbers, that is 4 and 2. If I subtract 2 from 4, definitely I'm going to get 2x. So here the property is satisfied that either by multiplying the 2 set of numbers, I'm getting the product of first term into last term, and by adding and subtracting, you should get the middle term. So how to represent now? I will write x square as it is. Now, which is the bigger number from this 2 set of numbers? 4, right? So I will write 4 with this middle sign. What is the middle sign? That is subtraction. So I will write 4x. And now let us decide the other set of number. Either we will be adding plus 2 or subtracting plus 2 in order to obtain minus 2x. So we have got minus 2x. If I'll do minus 2x again, so minus 4x minus 2x will give me minus 6x. But what is the middle term that we need here? 2, right? 2x we need. Middle term we need is 2x. But if we are taking minus 4x and minus 2x, we are going to get minus 6x. So minus 2x is not possible. So definitely we are going to put plus 2x. Now if you see minus 4x plus 2x minus plus minus, so 4 minus 2 will be 2, and 4 is bigger, so its sign is negative. So here also it is negative, and last term will be as it is. Now let us try to find out common from first 2 terms and from last 2 terms. So from first 2 terms, if we see x is common, x square and minus 4x, you can see x is common. So I'll take x common from x square. If I take x square, x common, so x will be remaining and minus sign is in the middle. And from 4x, if I take x common, so remaining will be 4. Now from these 2 terms, 2x and 8, we are not going to get x common, right? Because 2x is having x, but 8 is not having x. So what is the minimum multiple that we can take from 2 and 8? So that is 2, right? So if we take 2 common from 2x, it will be remaining as x. And 2 how many times in 8? 4. So we will write 4 here because we have taken 2 common. So from 2x only x remains, and from 8 2 how many times in 8? That is 4 times. Now one thing that you observe here, you should get both the brackets same. Then only we can take again common. So x minus 4, and here also it is x minus 4. So we are going to take x minus 4 common. So we can write x minus 4 common, and in other bracket it will be remaining as x plus 2. So this is how we have factorized the given polynomial. Now let us find out the zeros by keeping both the bracket is equal to 0. So here if I take x minus 4 is equal to 0 and x plus 2 is equal to 0. So minus 4, if we will transpose it to the other side, it will become plus 4 here. And similarly, if I take plus 2 to the other side, transpose it, it will become minus 2. That is, sign will change. So we have got two zeros, one as 4 and other as minus 2. So this is what till here we have just done the process of finding the zeros. We have just calculated zeros of the given polynomial till now. Okay. Now, just a second. Now we are going to verify the relationship between the zeros and the coefficient. Okay. So let us see how to verify the zeros relationship between the zeros and the coefficients. Now we are going to find the sum of zeros. Here we have got the zeros as minus 4 and minus 2. Now sum of zeros, we can either write in bracket alpha plus beta, that is equal to 4 plus that another 0 is minus 2. We are adding the zeros. So it will be 4 plus minus, you can see here plus into minus, that is minus 2. So it will be 4 minus 2, that is 2. Nothing is in there in the denominator, we can always take as 1. Now let us see the coefficient. Okay, 4 is the coefficient of, you can see from the equation here, that is we have got 4 minus 2, that is 2. Sorry, here 4 minus 2 will be 2 here, right? 4 minus 2 is 2 by 1. Now let us see in the question given polynomial 2 is the coefficient of x or x square. Here it is. From this equation, find out x is the coefficient of x square, x. Anybody would like to answer? Here if you see, 2 is the coefficient of x, right? So here in place of 2, we can write, although it is minus 2, so we can write here minus coefficient of x. And 1, denominator is 1, so you can see x square is not having any coefficient, so definitely it will be always 1. So in place of denominator, we can write 1 is the coefficient of x square. So here we can write coefficient of x square. That is always we can write as minus b by a. If you see here, from the given equation, your value of a is 1, because here if you calculate a, that is equal to 1. B is always, you can see, minus 2, and constant term is minus 8. So we have got minus 2. When we are writing minus 2, that is value of b, and a, that is value of a. So here we can write minus b by a, because 2 is minus b is 2 and c is a is 1. Now let us find out the product of zeros. We have already calculated sum of zeros. Now product of zeros. So in product of zeros, product means what?
Multiply.
Yeah, definitely. So we are going to multiply both the zeros, that is 4 and minus 2. So that will give us 4 multiplied by minus 2, that is minus 8, and nothing is there in the denominator, we can always take 1. Now what is 8? If you see your polynomial here, 8 is constant term, right? You can see 8 is the constant term.
Yes, sir.
Minus 8 is the constant term, right? So we will write here that is equal to constant term upon 1. 1 is the coefficient of again x square. You can see if your polynomial x square is not having any coefficient, that is equal to 1. So coefficient of x square. So here the relationship is verified between the zeros and the, now constant sum that is equal to c, and coefficient of x square that is equal to a. So it is c upon a. So this concept we can directly use if any polynomial is given and it is asked to calculate sum of zeros and product of zeros. So sum of 0 is always minus b upon a, right? And product of 0 we can apply c upon a, right? C upon a. So this is the relationship between the zeros and the coefficient. So first what we have done, we have calculated the zeros of the given polynomial, that is x square minus 2x minus 8 by middle term splitting. For that, we'll have to multiply the coefficient of first term with last term, and then you'll have to find out the prime factors like we have done here. 1 multiplied by 8 is 8, and prime factor of 8 is 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 3. So here we have got the three numbers, 3 times 2, right? Now we are going to calculate or make these three numbers into two numbers, set of two numbers. Because we need only two numbers, either by multiplying those two numbers, we should get the product, and by either addition or subtraction, we should get the middle term. So I have done here, you can see 2 multiplied by 2 is 4, and last two I have kept as it is. Now, if we multiply this, 4 multiplied by 2, so definitely I am getting this product, you can see, that is 8. And if I subtract 2 from 4, I am getting 2, which is your middle term in the given polynomial, right? So these two numbers we can take. If it is by trial and error method, you can apply, because you may not get directly in one try. Okay, एक try में आपको हो सकता है नहीं मिले. So आपको by trial and error method, you will have to try 3-4 times. You may get then. So this is how to find the zeros of the given polynomial and then verify. Let us proceed with one more question of same type. Your question is next one, 4s square minus 4s plus 1. Okay, so here I'll write the question again. So the question is, second question we are doing of exercise 2.2, 4s square minus 4s plus 1. So again, we are going to find out the zeros by middle term splitting. So first I'm going to multiply the first and the last term. So if you see your first and the last term is coefficient of first term is 4 and last term is 1. So 4 multiplied by 1, product will be 4. And let us find out the prime factors of 4. So 2 2s are and 2 1s are. So here if you see, we have got only two numbers, set of two numbers, that is 2 multiplied by 2. Now we are going to, it is very simple here because we have got only two numbers. So product of these two numbers should give you 4, and addition or subtraction of two numbers should give you this middle term, which is your 4. So definitely if I multiply 2 2s are, so I'll get 4, and you can see your last product is 4. And if I subtract, or if I take minus 2 and again minus 2, so definitely I'll get minus 4. So this is how we are going to proceed. So whenever you are getting set of two numbers, so I will always suggest, first you'll have to write the first term as it is, then middle term, middle sign, that is minus, and then we have got here 2 multiplied by 2. So here both the numbers are same. But whenever if you are getting two different numbers, so I will always suggest write down the first number with this middle sign. So here middle sign is minus, and I will write first 2s, because here both the numbers are same. In a earlier question, you can see here, we had got the two numbers as, we had got 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 2. So I have changed it into two set, 2 2s are 4 and 2. So here bigger number was 4. So you can see here I have taken first 4x with middle sign, and then accordingly you can decide whether you'll have to take the second number positive or negative, whether you'll have to add the second number with the first, or you'll have to subtract by seeing the middle term. So here we needed middle term as minus 2x. So first you'll have to take minus sign as it is, and bigger number I have taken every time, try this one bigger number, that is 4x. Then if I'll take minus 2x, then minus 4x minus 2x will give me minus 6x, right? But here we need minus 2x as middle term. So that is why we will not take minus 2x. So we'll have to add plus 2x. Okay, so this is what the procedure you can simply follow to find the zeros. So let us proceed with the question that we are doing currently. Here it is. So we have got both two same. So I will write minus 2s, and suppose if I take here plus 2x. So minus 2x plus 2s will give me 0. But what is the middle term that we need here? You can see here, 4s. So we cannot take minus 2x here. Yeah, s. So definitely we will have to take again. We cannot take plus 2x. Sorry, we will have to take minus 2x. Now you can see minus 2s and again minus 2s. Definitely minus minus plus sign will be negative, so it will be minus 4x. Over middle term is satisfied. And last term 1 will be as it is. Now next process is to take out common from first two terms and from last two terms. So let us do that. So from here, if I see 4s and 2s, from 4 and 2, that is coefficients, we can take 2 common. And from s square and from s, minimum is s, so we can take s common.
S.
Now 2, how many times in 4? If you see here,
Sir, 2.
so 2 will be remaining as it is.
Sir, 2.
And from s square, s is common, so 1s will be remaining as it is.
S.
And minus as it is. Now here, the most important thing, 2s. We have already taken everything 2s common now. So nothing is remaining here. So if nothing remains,
Sir, 1, 1.
remaining, right?
1.
Very good. So 1 will be remaining here. Right. Now from last two terms, if you see nothing is common. So nothing is common. So definitely we can always take 1 as common. Now students, if you see the last term is positive here. If you see plus 1 है. But अगर आप फर्स्ट ब्रैकेट में देखो तो आपका 1 के साथ क्या साइन लगी है? What is the sign? ब्रैकेट में
माइनस.
तो वो प्लस नहीं होना चाहिए, वहां पे हमें माइनस करना है. सो अगर प्लस को माइनस करना है तो डेफिनेटली हमें क्या कॉमन लेना पड़ेगा? माइनस. और कुछ कॉमन
माइनस.
तो हम लोग 1 कॉमन ले लेंगे. सो 2s के साथ अगर माइनस कॉमन लिया हमने तो इट विल बिकम प्लस 2s एंड प्लस 1 विल बिकम minus 1. Why we have done this? Because we need both the brackets to be same. 2s. अगर हमने माइनस कॉमन ना लिया होता, यहाँ प्लस रखते, सपोज ऐसा प्लस 1, तो ये माइनस 2s एज इट इज रहता और प्लस 1 एज इट इज. तो क्या आपका दोनों ब्रैकेट सेम होता? फर्स्ट ब्रैकेट आप देखो 2s minus 1 है.
No, sir.
So that is why we need both the brackets same. Why we need both the brackets same? So that we can again take out common. Clear? Okay. Now again you can see 2s is common. 2s minus 1 is common. So I will take 2s minus 1 again common. And in other bracket again it will be 2s minus 1. Now let us find zeros. That is the value of s by keeping both the brackets equal to 0. So 2s minus 1 is equal to 0. And you can write or also 2s minus 1 is equal to 0. So plus 1 minus 1 will become plus 1 on the other side. Here also 2s will be as it is and minus 1 will become plus 1. Now 2 will go to the denominator because we need to calculate s over here and 2 is in multiplication with s. So that will go in the division form. So it will be 1 by 2. So value of s is 1 by 2. Similarly here also value of s will be 1 by 2. So we got both the zeros. We have got both the values of s as 1 and half. That is half, sorry, 1 by 2. Now let us find and verify the relationship. So first I am going to calculate sum of zeros. And that should come as minus coefficient of x upon x square. Sum of zeros will be adding both the zeros, that is 1 by 2.
Minus 4 upon 2.
1 by 2 plus 1 by 2. Right? Because both the zeros are half. So 1 by 2 plus 1 by 2 will be 2 by 2. right? If we cancel out with this 2 will be cancelled out, so we will get 1 upon 1. Now let us check कि ये जो न्यूमरेटर में 1 आया है, ये x का सॉरी यहाँ पे वेरिएबल s है, तो क्या ये s का कोफिशिएंट है? माइनस साइन तो आएगा, एंड हियर वी कैन राइट कोफिशिएंट ऑफ s. यस
सर यहाँ पे नीचे 4 आएगा शायद तक.
कैसे आएगा? यू कैन सी डिनोमिनेटर जब सेम होता है ना, तो हम डिनोमिनेटर को ओनली 1 टाइम लिखते हैं. ओके,
हाँ सर.
right? Now if you see your question here, let me again scroll. Right, so here we will get here in this form. Let us calculate the sum of zeros now. Here if I calculate sum of zeros, so what are the two zeros here we have got? 1 by 2 plus 1 by 2.
1 by 2.
So that we will get 2 by 2. That is equal to 1 upon 1. Now what was your question? Question was 4s square minus 4s plus 1. Right. Now whenever we are calculating sum of zeros, that should be equal to coefficient of this part, middle term, coefficient of s upon coefficient of s square. So what is the coefficient of s here?
Sir, 2.
2 or 4? S का coefficient
Sir,
4, right? यहाँ देखो s स्क्वायर के साथ या s के साथ क्या न्यूमरल वैल्यू है? 4. सो दैट इज कोफिशिएंट. बट यहाँ पे अगर हम देखें तो 1 upon 1, तो यहाँ पे तो 1 है, हमें क्या चाहिए था? 4 चाहिए था ना?
4.
तो कैन वी मल्टीप्लाई 4 न्यूमरेटर एंड डिनोमिनेटर?
Yes sir.
yes,
Will
sir.
become 4 upon 4. So 4 that is we can write minus, because माइनस लगा है देखो 4s के साथ, coefficient of s and denominator is also 4, so that is coefficient of s square. Now you can check from this equation here. यहाँ पे देखो s का जो coefficient था वो -4 था यहाँ पे, और ये s square का जो coefficient है that is 4. So वही तो आया हमारे पास 4 upon 4. अगर नहीं आता है same coefficient, तो we can multiply the same factor, same multiple to both numerator and denominator. So that is 4 upon 4. Now let us find out the product of zeros. In product, what we are going to do, students? We are going to multiply both the zeros. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So 1 by 2 multiplied by 1 by 2. So that we will get 1 upon. Now Neil, here we can get 4 because you can see multiplication sign is there in between. So numerator and numerator will be multiplied and denominator with denominator. So 2 2s are 4.
4.
Now in product, whatever the numerator is, that should be a constant term. So see in equation, जो given polynomial है आपका constant term 1 ही है, देखो यहाँ पे, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So here you can write constant term. And denominator should always be in both sum and product, वो s square का coefficient होना चाहिए, या x हो, जो भी variable हो, उसका जो first term होता है उसका coefficient. So again you can see coefficient of s square. देख लो आप यहाँ polynomial में, here you can see your first term 4s square, उसका coefficient क्या है? 4. So this is verified. You can again write this one as c by a. C is constant term, a is your coefficient of first term. देख लो आप, constant term is 1 and first term coefficient is 4. Similarly in sum also you can write here, that is minus b by a. What is b? It is the coefficient of middle term. देखो यहाँ पे 4s का coefficient that is -4 and coefficient of first term that is 4. तो 4 upon 4 आया है हमारा. Clear? Here you can see 4 by 4 we have got. Clear to everyone? So this is how we are going to find the zeros. So first thing, what we are going to do, we are going to factorize the middle term, and then we are going to find out the zeros. And after getting zeros, we are going to find the relationship between the coefficient and the zeros and the coefficient by finding the sum of zero, and sum of zero should be equal to minus b by a. आपका जो भी सम ऑफ जीरो आएगा वो इक्वेशन के किस वैल्यू से इक्वल होना चाहिए, माइनस बी बाई ए। और जब आप दोनों जीरोस का प्रोडक्ट करोगे तो वो किसके इक्वल होना चाहिए, कांस्टेंट टर्म अपॉन कोएफिशिएंट ऑफ फर्स्ट टर्म। क्लियर टू एवरीवन? Now, let us see one more question. Okay. Fine. I just want to know, anybody, any doubt till now what we have done? Yes, students, any doubt? Anybody?
No, sir.
All right, fine. Fine. So,
सर
yes, speak.
ये वाला जो सम है ना, ये सेकंड वो वाला मेरे को वापस समझा दो ना।
Yeah.
सर
Yeah.
सर इधर हमने 4 मतलब ये जो 4/4 मल्टीप्लाई क्यों किया है इधर?
Yeah, good question. Why we have multiplied? See, if we are getting cancelling this thing, right? 2 and 2 is cancelled out, so we have got 1/1, right? Now, just now I explained, Shubham, ki your answer for sum of zero, आपका जो sum of zero आएगा वो किसके इक्वल आना चाहिए? That should be equal to minus b by a, right?
यस सर।
हाँ, अब यहाँ से जो इक्वेशन ये दिया है आपका 4s² - 4s + 1, वहां पे a की वैल्यू क्या है आपकी? 4। b क्या है?
4s²।
So s² नहीं लेंगे, only coefficient, that is 4. b is -4 and constant term c is equal to 1. तो
Yeah.
आपका minus b by a आना चाहिए, यानी आपको क्या आना चाहिए, वो -4/4। b की वैल्यू 4, a की वैल्यू 4।
4।
आपका क्या आया है, 1/1 आया है, इसलिए मैंने 4 से मल्टीप्लाई किया न्यूमरेटर और डिनोमिनेटर, ताकि वो 4/4 हो जाए और उसकी जगह पे लिख सके -b by a। क्लियर?
यस सर।
हाँ। So we will wind up for today, okay, students? This is what I just wanted to discuss, finding the zeros and then finding the relationship between the zeros and the coefficient. Okay, bye everyone.